Good morning. Happy Friday. Welcome to your early morning intuitive guidance. I'm Dr. Bonnie Nussbaum, here with some words of wisdom to start your day. And it just has that it's the day after feeling to it. So, I decided to wear pink today. Good morning, Nancy. Glad you are here. Welcome, welcome. Because to me, pink is kind of a harbinger of new beginnings. And we certainly need some new beginnings, don't we? Good morning, Abigail. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. Good morning, good morning. And I just keep focusing on my Believe pillow. And today's card is an interesting card. Good morning, Carolyn. Welcome. Thank you for bringing Miss Piggy and Kermit to us. Oh, and Jonelle just dropped in a comment. Girl, you okay? Yes, I'm okay and I'm on. So, good morning, Carolyn. Good morning, Barb. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Needed a day to regroup. You have pink on today too. Good. Today's our pink day. And again, it is to me a sign of new beginnings, starting fresh, recalibrating, taking information that we've acquired and factoring it into our process moving forward. There we go. Good morning, Jonelle. Yes, I am breathing deeply. Yesterday was a day for reconnoitering with myself and coming to, what do I even want to call it? A place of, what can I do? What can I do? Your power was out last night. Not surprising. We had a flash flood warning. And as I'm looking out, I can't see totally well, but I can see that a lot of the snow is gone. A lot of the snow. And I can certainly imagine the UP has a flash flood warning because they had like 4 feet of snow on the ground. We were talking last night on our meditation thing for the Episcopal Diocese of Northern Michigan. And many of the people up there were talking about, yeah, there's 4 feet of snow on the ground. We maybe have 4 inches right here. And we had the flash flood warning. So you add some rain on top of all of that, and they had rain yesterday. It got to 46 degrees here. 46 degrees. Good morning, Beth. Glad you are here. Welcome. And that is, yeah, unheard of in January. But so much of the snow is making its exit, and I'm sure we will have much more, but interesting. Feed the rivers. Feed the rivers. That's a good thing. So, today's card is relevant, not just on our personal relationships level, but on our local, state, federal, worldwide level. So hear this one on multiple levels and see what you want to do with it. Need another drink. And yeah, I think that's all I'm going to say about it at the moment. And I want to do a round of tapping. I want to recalibrate our systems. I want to set the intention that as we tap through all of the tapping points, it's almost like when you see those things where all the gears begin to clunk into place and everything moves. Like Harry Potter has a bunch of that stuff in it. You know, the door where all of the things start falling into place. Imagine doing that with our nervous systems. As we tap each chakra point and meridian points, we've got some meridian points we're going to tap. Imagine the energy there being set free, flowing again, moving through the system. Oh, there goes a young person off to school in the dark. It is dark, dark. So have a good day. Have a good day. I have no idea whose kid that is, but have a good day. Aligning us, setting us up for an incredible flow of creative energy that can flow into this card idea, flow into whatever things you're going to be addressing today, whatever work you have to do today. just a huge intention for flow. All right? So let's start with the karate chop spot. Again, you can tap it individually. It's by your baby finger, or I like doing them together. Our intention is clearing, creating flow, allowing. Okay, inside corner of the eyebrows. Just breathe. Outside corner of the eyes, and breathe. Under the eyes, and breathe. Under the nose. Imagine how we can be most useful to ourselves and to others. Under the mouth, usefulness that's in alignment with who we are as human beings. Collarbone. Ooh, I'm going to grab something here. This was from our breathwork meditation last night for the Episcopal Church, and I'm going to share some of the comments. And if you want to repeat them, please do. All right? Under the arms. Becoming one with the rhythm of the breath. Around the crown of our head. The core of everything is love. Even when there are people behaving in unloving ways, the core of everything is love. Here's one that's going to be a challenge for many of us. And loving people means loving everybody. 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 Under the eyes. Loving those who are especially hard to love. Under the nose. Imagine loving them into flow. Under the mouth. Imagine creating more and more safe places for people to be seen and heard. Collarbone. We all can create. Under the arms. We all have something to contribute to the world. Let's ask a question. What are you choosing to contribute to the world? What am I choosing to contribute to the world? Inside corner of the eyebrows. We all have a dream for ourselves. Outside corner of the eyes. We all have something only we can add to the world. Under the eyes, a question. Do you know what it is that you uniquely offer this world? Under the nose, we have a hunger to encounter beauty. Under the mouth, today, where will you find beauty in your world? Collarbone. Creating is how we remember who we are. Under the arms, creating is how we remember who we are. Around the crown of the head. Nice deep breath in. Let it go. And the first thing that's popping into my head is there are no accidents. There is a reason that this particular video from The Work of the People, that's the website, The Work of the People, and this one was called Divine Manifestations Created in Beauty by Lanisha Rouse Tinsley, Tinsley. Thank you for posting that one, Abigail. I appreciate it. Do you know what you uniquely offer the world? And if you get a chance to see this video, I don't know if you can do so many for free. It's a paid subscription that the Episcopal Diocese has, so I log in under their information. But watching this woman speak and share her information. She's an artist by trade. Her father is or was a pastor. She lost a child, and at the point where she lost a child, that's where she opened up her creativity. That was part of her grief process. And in this particular video, she's talking about teaching children art. And through teaching them art, she's teaching them spirituality. Not churchianity, as my friend Flo, who's 82, would say, but spirituality. That faith in us. However that looks for each of us, right? Again, you might believe in the force that keeps the birds aloft in the sky. Fabulous, fabulous. But as she was talking about the lives that were being touched through art, the look on her face was just beautiful, just beautiful. And it helped heal my soul. It helped heal my soul. So, yeah, maybe we find some time for some creativity this weekend. So, our card for today, The Power of Surrender by Judith Orloff. When this was the deck that presented itself to me, I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. So, in our card, again, I want us to consider this card on many, many levels. And I know that there is going to be a pushback on some of these words. And so I'll address that as well. Surrender the idea you can fix someone. Surrender the idea you can fix someone. And if you look at the image, there's some interesting things going on. First of all, the light off in the distance. If I had to guess, if like in Harry Potter, the people in the pictures can move, I'd see her getting up from this place, stepping over that tree trunk, and walking off into the light. That's what I would see. What would you see? Take a breath. Feels so good to move that air through. It's time for a relationship to shift. Now, I want you to think about that on intimate levels, on local levels, perhaps your town, your city, on state levels, on national levels. It is time for a relationship to shift. Worldwide levels. It's time for a relationship to shift. And when I think about that, I've been following Heather Cox Richardson's stuff, and when she talked about the 2 world wars that happened relatively back to back, and the beleaguered nations coming to the end of that Second World War and saying something's gotta change, something has to be different here, we cannot do this again. It's time for a relationship to shift. It doesn't work to try to fix someone. These ends of the continuum, the polar opposite belief systems that keep screaming at each other, trying to change the people at the opposite end of the continuum. What a colossal waste of breath. What a colossal waste of breath. What could you better do with your breath? Breathe in. Breathe out. What about teaching someone else to breathe deeply? Breathe in. Breathe out. What about going out in nature and breathing fresh air? Breathe in. Breathe out. What about? It doesn't work to try to fix someone. Each person must be accountable for his or her own healing. Each person must be accountable for his or her own healing. So 2 things come to my mind out of that. One is, the corollary is, thus I must be accountable for my own healing. Who am I accountable to? First and foremost, myself. First and foremost, myself. So falling into victim stance about how things are in this world does not serve me and does not serve anyone else. Feeling the grief of how things are in this world serves me, as long as it doesn't push me into that victim stance. So I acknowledge what isn't the way I would like it to be, but I focus on how do I contribute to things being how I would like them to be. Each person must be accountable for his or her own healing. And how best can I do that for others? It may be holding big space. Right now we need big space held for people to be accountable. And there are those people who, I'm glad this is perfect for you, Carolyn. It's certainly perfect for me. I think it's going to be perfect for a lot of us. There are 6 of you on here with me right now. By the end of the day, it'll probably be a couple of hundred. I even think about that. If there are a couple of hundred people who take one concept from this video and make even a little change within, and then go forward into their world. Good morning, Melanie. Glad you are here. Welcome. And then go forward into our world. This is funny. The things have rolled enough that I now have 3 colored hearts going across my nose. Thank you, Carolyn, for the hearts. We go out into the world, a couple hundred of us. We share the energy of this shift. It touches people. It's like the ripple in the water. Do the ripples get smaller as they go out? Yes. Who cares? They're going out. Little bits of change. Little bits of change. Keep it going. There is also a piece in here. Each person must be accountable for his or her own healing. Each of us is accountable for the choices we make, day in and day out. And let's warm up our hands here. And let's send some healing, loving energy to those whose job it is to hold others accountable. Sending them healing energy. They've got a huge task before them right now. And we, in our talk and our actions, can also demonstrate our desire for ourselves to be held accountable for the choices we make and for others to be held accountable for the choices they make. And within the structures that we have in place at the moment, we are attempting to do that. We are attempting to do that. Might some changes be called for with regard to that? Yes. Yes. How can we make this more effective? How can we make this more effective? So I'm going to read the card again. Warm up your hands. Put them over your heart. Because this is where change is initiated. Within yourself. Within yourself. It does not pay for us to turn our eyes outward until we have done this inner work. Surrender the idea you can fix someone. It's time for a relationship to shift. It doesn't work to try to fix someone. Each person must be accountable for his or her own healing. And if you are involved with someone who is unwilling to be accountable for his or her own healing, you still have choice. You still have much choice about how you will be accountable to yourself given that observation. And here we are. Here we are on the cusp of this beautiful day that offers us opportunity to put forth the best of ourselves and to be willing to look at and do something with the shadow sides of ourselves. And so it is. Take a breath. Let it go. Stepping forth into your day, into our world. Have an awesome day. I will see you again tomorrow. Remember, you are capable of far more than you think you are. I love you all. Bye-bye.